What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and in this video I'd like to talk about two different meme coins that I'm a big fan of, TOSHI and Turbo. These meme coins are anticipated to do phenomenal this cycle. By the end of the cycle, we could see 100x or even multi-100x gains with either of these coins. Hit the like button, subscribe, let's get into it. Okay, let's talk about it. We're going to talk about TOSHI first and Turbo second, okay? Looking at TOSHI, we had quite the dump yesterday, didn't we? Alongside of the rest of the market, down 20%. But what's crazy is you did not see lower prices than what your prices were in September. The average altcoin, you guys, saw the lowest prices that they've seen like all year. All of 2020, we haven't seen this low of prices since 2024. Crazy. TOSHI, while it did drop 20%, actually held up better than most coins, I would say. It held up better than most coins. And of course it did. It's about to break out, right? Imagine 2 days ago, we're at about 0.001, and you're wishing you could have bought down here at 308. You wish you bought before it moved up. You wish you bought down here. Well, you got the opportunity now, and I really, truly would not be surprised in the least if TOSHI was one of the front runners here going into the end of this month pumping. Right? I really wouldn't be surprised if this one was, if the damage was mitigated better here. I wouldn't be surprised at all if it shook it off a little bit quicker as well and started to move up higher. TOSHI's been showing signs of strength for a long time now, you guys. We're gonna look at the all-time history chart. Actually, it's the TOSHI 3 chart. TOSHI 3. That's the all-time history. Okay, well on this chart we dropped lower. Maybe I wonder, is TOSHI on Binance? It is. Yeah. See, that's probably where it dropped, though. Yeah, that's where it dropped. It was on Binance, of course, where there's perpetual trading going on. Yeah, no, that's not. That wick is a scam wick. That's not real. I would treat the Coinbase price more accurately because that's spot, where Binance is. This wick is generated from perps. It's not even spot, so I wouldn't pay attention to that at all, personally. But looking at this overall, TOSHI's had a very, very bullish chart, right? Since really since September of 2024, you've just been in this uptrend, higher lows going on here, higher highs going on here. Yes, some blemishes here and there, but you're at a point now where I think you're really about to break out. If we look at this on a weekly time frame, we zoom out a little bit, you can see that right here, there's some resistance. That was your all-time high back in April of 2024. We've been held down by this point for a long time. We keep wicking above there, and we're getting closer, right? The wicks are becoming more frequent now. We're getting there. We're about to break out, and when we break out, I think that the aftermath that's going to take place is something that's correspondent to this consolidation phase that we've been in really since April of 2025. When we break out, we're going to see this thing rip, mark my words, rip to new all-time highs, and this is one of the coins that I really do expect will see new all-time highs by the end of October. Yes, by the end of October, even with the recent crash, by the end of October, I think it's completely possible for TOSHI to see $0.0045 as a price, $0.01, which is 1 cent. That's a 13x to a, I mean, it's anything from like a almost 5.5x there to a 13x potential by the end of this month. Yes, by the end of this month, we could hit those targets. I think the 1 cent targets and beyond are more reserved for the end of the year, but I do expect TOSHI to continue to rally. I think that we will see prices that are as high as 2 cents, 2.6 cents by the end of the year, maybe even beyond that. Maybe. We'll see. Crazy things happen in these meme coin markets, and TOSHI's not your average meme coin at all. Do your own research. Figure out why you like a project before you invest in it, okay? But I think that there's some interesting prospects here. We look at the weekly RSI, phenomenal. It's a very bullishly charged RSI. Overall, it's very neutral. We haven't been oversold once. You don't like living below the 50 at all, especially lately. You've been crowding the 60 level. You're about to break out. Whenever you get to these areas here, when you get to the overbought zone, whenever you live above the 60, that's when you do your best work. That's what happened whenever we saw 2 weeks providing a 20x move, essentially. Right? We're going to get that here. We're going to get some spectacular growth in a very short amount of time. I don't know if it's going to be 2 weeks of growth, but it looks like, hey, 1, 2, boom, then it's done. 1, 2, boom, then it's done. 1, 2, boom, then it's done. 1, 2, it's done. 1, 2, it's done. Every single time, it's 2 weeks. This was the only time that you actually grew for a more consistent period here. Even here, 1, 2, and then it's done. 2 weeks from now, you guys, that's the end of October, right? Like 1, 2 weeks from now, that would be the very end of October. That'd be the 27th of October. It's very possible that by the end of the month, not only are we at new all-time highs, but we're at exceptional prices at about half a cent and beyond. My expectation is that we'll see something around 0.007 to 1 cent by the end of this month. And if I'm wrong on the timing, I won't be wrong on the price. The timing is just off. That means that we will hit those targets in mid-November at the latest or something like that. TOSHI has phenomenal potential. At its current market cap valuation, which is what, like 100, 200, I forget. Oh, it's 300 million. Okay, 300. Maybe it's Turbo that's got the 100 or 200 million dollar, $330 million market cap. A 100x, which is insane, would put you at about a $33 billion market cap, which is also insane. But here's the thing: $33 billion. Shiba Inu last cycle, which was a top meme coin, saw a $50 billion market cap at its cycle high. $33 billion is a lot of money, but it's achievable. We've seen first cycle meme coins achieve that kind of status before, and I think that TOSHI definitely has a chance to do that. It even has a chance to outperform, and in which case, if we saw a 200x, that puts you at a $66 billion market cap. Now, that's pushing the barrier a little bit, but I think it's possible. I think it's something that we could see happen. My expectation overall would be that TOSHI sees something between a 100 and a 200x. I don't think we get to a 200x, but I accept it as a possibility. My expectation is at a bare minimum, at a bare bones minimum, we will see TOSHI break above 5 cents, which is about a 64, 65x from here. I'm anticipating that we go all the way up to about a 12-cent target, but something between 12 cents and 5 cents is what I'm looking for. Okay. Could we go higher? Sure, but I don't really know. The highest I'd give you would probably be about a 20-cent price. I could see it going to 20 cents, but that'd be about it. But it doesn't line up with any fibs reinstating or reinforcing the idea here that that 12 cents to 5 cents is a very suitable target area. I would undoubtedly believe that we're at 2 cents to 2.6 cents either at the end of this year or in January, and then consolidate and get ready for that end of cycle rally. But I think that a lot of this move will transpire between now and the end of October. I really do think that we'll see a good bit, a 5x move or more between now and the end of the month. That's my thoughts on TOSHI. So looking at this here, is it a good time to buy? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I think so. I think it's at an exceptional price to buy right now. We could see a little bit lower. Again, don't be scared if this happens, but even though TOSHI has been resilient, the whole market is kind of sick right now from yesterday's shaking up, right? We could see a little bit of downside come in. Maybe TOSHI goes below 307 one more time, and then we rally. Don't be surprised if that happens, okay? I have nothing else to say on TOSHI, so let's move on to Turbo. Let's move on here. Turbo. I've got Zora pulled up here, but actually I want Bitcoin. BTC. Nice to see things coming back a little bit. We'll get rid of that drawing. Anyways, Turbo. Turbo is also a highly anticipated meme coin here. I think that it's going to do phenomenal as well. Turbo might even have more potential as far as growth goes than TOSHI does. It's at a $180 million market cap. This is the one with the lesser market cap. A lesser market cap does not inherently mean that you're going to see more growth, but it is easier to push money around with lower market caps, right? It is easier for things to grow. You're still in the top 200. $180 million, definitely not a small number, but it's not a high number in this crypto space. 100x from here, for example, would put you at an $18 billion market cap. To get to a $36 billion market cap, which would be $3 billion more than TOSHI getting 100x, you have to do a 200x. Basically, to get to the same market cap TOSHI would have at a 100x, Turbo would 200x in that same time. Does that make sense? More potential. Does that mean that potential will be achieved? No, but it could. It could. I could very well see Turbo seeing anything from a $20 to $40 billion market cap by the end of the cycle. I absolutely could. Certainly 100x. Certainly will be about an $18 billion market cap or more by the end of the cycle. I very much believe in that. Massive dump yesterday. Absolutely massive dump. I'm sure if we were looking at Coinbase's price, the wick is probably not as big. You went all the way down to 309. 309. On Coinbase, yeah, it was 202. I don't understand how Coinbase, with technically, or at least by what we see here and by what's claimed, I don't get how Coinbase has less volume than Binance, how it has less liquidity than Binance, and yet Binance has the bigger swings. It doesn't make sense. It actually doesn't make any sense at all, you guys. It's almost as if the price is being manipulated, right? It's very, very obvious. That in itself, if anybody doubts this manipulation, why is it that Coinbase, which doesn't offer perps on Turbo, doesn't have that massive wick, where Binance, which does offer perps on Turbo, has a massive wick, yet Binance has more liquidity and more volume? Why wouldn't the price be more respected for Binance then? It doesn't make any sense, other than the fact that it was a manipulated effort. It was pushed down dramatically, but we're not going to talk about that too much. Let's get back to the task at hand. Effectively, what I'm saying there is this wick is fake. I think this wick is fake. I think that it should be more like up here, like Coinbase's price. That'd be my thoughts there. Coinbase is the real price action, right? In that sense, we actually have a higher low still. And I'm not saying that to cherry pick. If I thought this was deserving of it, I would say it. But why is it then only on Binance and Bybit that it looks like this? Every other exchange, it's not like that. If we take this from a high here, and Binance and Bybit have such high volume and liquidity too. Like what's with it? Why are they seeing what we see in low liquidity exchanges? This doesn't happen in high liquidity exchanges. Daily time frame here, right at the 236. You're right there at the 236. In fact, on a 4-hour basis, that's exactly where you close. It's beautiful. It's a match made in heaven, man. It's perfect. This is an ideal area to bounce. It's a great area to buy. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I do believe that we're going to see some immaculate recovery from here. It's going to be an immaculate reversal. Overall, the first target here is about a 10x away. That's all the way up at about 2.7 cents. 6.2 cents is the maximum target of your primary target zone. That's about a 23x away, you guys. Turbo has immense potential. Remember, for TOSHI, it was like a 5x to a 13x. This is like a 10x to a 24x, 23x. It's almost like double, right? Double the potential, half the market cap. It kind of checks out. It kind of makes sense, right? Will you see this by the end of October? I would think so, that you probably see a multi-cent price by the end of October, but time will tell. We'll see. It's possible that you don't. You are suffering a 30% drop this week, and a lot of that came from yesterday, obviously. Most of that was 31% drop yesterday. You're up a little bit right now, 8% today. It's nice to see. Weekly time frame. All in all, I do expect that Turbo will see new all-time highs and that it will eventually cap out probably at about a 30-cent price to a 66-cent price. Could Turbo reach $1? I think it could. But again, I think we're pushing the barrier there. I feel much more confident in a 30 to 66 cent price, which is life-changing wealth. Again, guys, even if you got cleared out, imagine you had $10,000 to your name. That was your life savings. You saved up. This is your first crypto bull run. You got cleaned out. You got reamed yesterday. You were leverage trading or you panic sold the bottom, whatever, and now you're buying the high and things are coming back down, whatever. Imagine that was you. You have $10,000. Now you only have $100. Not because you had $100 left in crypto, but because it's payday and that's what you can afford to put into the markets. $100 from here, if we go all the way up, if we were to do let's not even say a 250x, let's say we did half of that. Let's say we did like 125x, somewhere right in the heart of this range that I think we're going to go to. 125x is actually very accomplishable with this coin, I think. $100 on 100x turns in, on 120x turns into $12,000. You make back all the money that you lost with just $100. Just $100, let alone more. Now, it's not going to be the same gains that you would have had if you had that 10K right now, but I'm just saying there's a light at the end of this tunnel, and you can come out unscathed and even profitable if you do it right. And meme coins are a good way to do that, right? But not every meme coin, just meme coins that I think have longevity and have a future, and I think Turbo is one of those coins for sure. Again, do your own research. If you want to invest in this coin, do your own research. Don't just take my word for it. Make sure it's a coin that you like. What makes this thing tick? Why is it not your average meme coin? Figure out those answers, right? Daily, this is not a fundamental video, this is a technical video. Daily RSI would suggest, in my opinion, that we might have a little bit of volatility. Again, just like every crypto that I've talked about today, I wouldn't be surprised if we did return back to prices that are lower than this low here, maybe get some bullish divergence going on, and then we rally. I don't think we go below that low. I do think that we go below 0.0022. I hope I'm wrong and we just rally. And if we do, great, great. Then we're waiting to buy here, and that's okay. If it comes up, we can buy here, right? Yesterday or 2 days ago, it would have been a perfect area to buy here. You're at the very lows of this range overall. Perfect area to buy. It's a perfect area to buy even if we pump back into it, okay? I would love it. I would actually rather buy up here than I would right now because we could drop 20% from here and then come back up, right? Here, we're probably not going to drop 20% anymore. We're probably going to rally. You know what I mean? Buying into strength is much more fun. Would it be better in hindsight to buy here than to buy here? Yes, but I would rather buy up here and be proven wrong and buy up here than buy here, it drops 20%, and then I'm wondering, does it drop lower, whatever. I'd rather wait and see. And I think if we wait and see, I think we will get a little bit more downside here, but again, not lower than that low, just a little bit lower than where we are now. Overall, I'm very, very bullish on Turbo. RSI, everything else is very bearish on Turbo right now, actually. The 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily. So again, it wouldn't be crazy if we did come down a little bit more, but the weekly time frame is resilient. The stochastics actually look good. Even on this red week, you're actually crossed upwards, which is nice to see. I would think that going into the coming weeks, going into the end of this month, you should see some massive recovery for Turbo. And remember, we were at the same price during this week here. We were even at lower prices. And we went all the way up to here. We saw 135% growth in that week right there. Back over here, we're at these same prices at some point in this week. And a week later, we were all the way up here, which was almost a 4x from the current price that we're at right now. Is it a good time to buy Turbo? I think it's a perfect time to buy Turbo. We just saw a flash crash. Clearly, the best time to buy would have been down there. And I think that if you wait, it'll probably be a better opportunity, but don't let me stop you. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is the time to buy things. This is the time to not hesitate, to capitalize, to execute the plan. And if you want to do the smart thing, which might be to DCA, you buy a little bit here, it keeps going up. Okay, maybe you buy a little bit more, it comes down. Okay, then you throw the bag at it, and then it rallies. You didn't top off your bag, so then you buy more up here, and then it rallies even more because, again, where that is, that junction point right there, right before we dumped, that's the low. That's the low of this overall range that we've been in since April. So really, even buying at a, what price would that be from here? Even buying 40% higher is actually a massive discount. It's kind of crazy, the opportunity that we have right now in front of us. I don't really have anything else that I want to say. I think I've said it all. Expecting big things for Turbo and for Toshi by the end of the cycle. These are some of the, I know that everybody's talking about Pepe. They talk about Bonk. They talk about Shiba. They talk about Doge. I love Dogecoin, by the way, out of all those. Maybe there's some other meme coins. Brett, I don't know, some top meme coins that I'm forgetting that are in the top 100. I think Turbo and Toshi are going to outperform all of them, undoubtedly. It's going to outperform all of them. Now, are these going to be the top meme coins this cycle? No. I just mean they're going to outperform the ones that I just said. Any meme coin in the top 100, Toshi and Turbo will outperform, undoubtedly. In the top 500, maybe there's some competition there. And in which case, show me your meme coins. I want to know. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe. Don't go buying meme coins on the YouTube comments, you guys. Just be cautious, okay? I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.